And thank you for being here, first of all. So Debbie isn't muting you, so if you all want to do a quick introduction of yourself, and then I'll, let Debbie introduce herself, and I'll introduce myself separately. So Rick, if you want to start, I think you're unmuted now.
Good afternoon, this is Rick. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, as I mentioned in the little chat box, my name's Rick Fagan, and I'm a technical instructional designer here in North Houston, just near the airport. I work for Granite Services, and Granite is an affiliate company of General Electric, and we train turbine mechanics here. And so we have a really nice training facility with turbines in our shop, and we train people from all around the world on how to maintain turbines for power generation.
Okay, cool. That's interesting. Thank you, Rick. Welcome.
Thank you.
So hi, Matt. I think you are on mute as well.
Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, can you hear me? Okay. Okay. We've got a bit of a kind of a group meeting going on in the background, so I'll try to kind of cover up my mic. But I'm an instructional design project manager with Baker Hughes. We write the content for all the training that's given to all of our employees for all things, mostly related to working in the field, and also making the tools that we make. We're an oil field support company, and we make tools to support the oil industry. So we're in all phases of it, and we write all that training and deliver it.
Perfect. Thank you, Matt. Welcome.
Thanks.
And John, you have been unmuted too.
Yes, thank you. My name is John Bradford. I am the lead project engineer for training and development for a company called ATR. We are a software company that produces and distributes software for oil and gas industry to generate procedures, ABCs of performing a process, and other things as well. My primary responsibility is development of all training content, both for front of classroom and for Captivate, for example, e-learning, things of that nature, job aids for clients, as well as performing quite a bit of training with our clients.
Okay, welcome, John. And I think we're only going to be missing Jillian.
Good afternoon. Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Hello. My name's Jillian Stricker. My most recent experience was building a learning and development program at Chevron for their project professionals, such as supply chain managers, engineering managers, quality management, systems completion, etc. So I was involved in everything from competency mapping to both instructor-led and web-based training, design and development, and then implementing programs and evaluation.
Okay, awesome. Welcome, Jillian. Debbie, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Debbie Richards. I own a company called Creative Interactive Ideas. I also am the VP of Marketing and Communications for the ATD chapter. And John, I just want to mention to you that there is a Adobe Captivate workshop next month that we're having, and we've got Joe Dancy, who is one of the experts in Adobe Captivate, who's going to be leading that workshop. It's out there on our website if you're interested.
Thank you, Debbie. And well, my name is Ana Villarreal. I work for La Michoacana Meat Market. It's retail. I've been doing training and development for over 15 years now, and a little bit of everything from teaching at schools, giving language classes, developing leadership development programs, and compliance, sales, safety, and right now I currently focus on process improvement and efficiencies, including the part of directing and supervising the training that comes along with any change initiative. So, well, so here we are, and thank you everyone for being here. So the agenda is just to get you introduced to the chapter, and an overview of the chapter first, then we're going to talk a little bit about the member benefits, the programs and the events, which I think is the core of the chapter, the networking opportunities, and how we can all contribute to the chapter, and just close with the feedback and what, you know, the next steps for you are. So if you want to go to the next slide, Debbie, please.
Sure, Anna. And I just want to mention to everybody, if you want to make a comment or if you've got a question as we're going along, I've got everybody muted, and if you'll just hit the hand icon and raise your hand, I'll unmute you so you can talk. We just like to have the audio muted so that there's no background noise, and we're also recording this for other folks. So just raise your hand if you've got a question, and I'll unmute you.
Awesome. Thank you. So ATD Houston. So ATD is composed of people, you know, from people who just want to develop or who are very experienced in the fields of training and development, instructional design, organization development, HR management, performance improvement, and consulting services in different industries. Of course, it's Houston, so we usually have a lot of people from, of course, oil and gas, but I'll say it's people from all the industries. And you can find people who are just getting into it and just making like a career change and want to get into training and development. And also people, I've met people who have over 30 years of experience. So it's very diverse in its members and the guest people. And it's basically, it provides learning and networking opportunities for, you know, the people who take advantage, and mostly to enhance the performance of the individual and of every organization. One of the things that I like a lot about the organization is the fact that it's volunteers, it's run by volunteers, the board is volunteers, so I think it talks a lot about the culture and the profile of the people that form the organization. What's in for 2015? If you want to go to the next slide, please. So what's in for 2015? Mostly, you know, to create a great experience for the members and the guests. So every time you go to an event, every time that you go to a meeting, every time you go, you know, you use one of the resources, it's got to be worth it. That way also we can improve the member engagement, we can retain our members, you know, and every year make this a bigger and a better chapter, and give back to our community, give back to our community by, you know, professional development, by making organizations better, but also by contributing to different organizations. I think Debbie was I think last month asking to me about how ATD got involved with the Houston Food Bank. So that's the idea, to give more back, to give back to the community, but also give back to the members and make the experience better. As for the benefits, so what are the benefits of getting a membership? If I had to put it in my own words, I would say it's growth, development, and keep it up to date. So how? Well, through networking and through the programs that the chapter offers. I personally use it to get to meet people, and as I meet people, I get to know, you know, what they're doing, what attending, what different applications. If I have something going on at work, I don't know how to solve it, or a better application of a program or a development, then that's where you get ideas from everyone. The Power membership, that's where you can actually get, I'll say, the most advantage, or where I think I get the most advantage as well, and it's double the resources, and that's when you get both memberships, the national membership for ATD, and then the Houston chapter, the local chapter. And the AT membership, it provides, for me, it's like a big library where you get the magazine, you get the newsletters, you get the webcast, you get, like, every time I want to know how to run a program, if I have to run a mentorship program or a coaching program, or develop some new type of training, then I'll go to the national chapter, and you'll get all this industry living content, so you just, like, I'll do a lot of research and stuff. It's getting resources from all nationwide, because it's, of course, in all the country. It has over 40,000 members. The webcasts, they offer a lot of webcasts every month, are pretty good, and you get actually exposure to, like, different companies and what other companies are doing, or different methods and resources and vendors and providers. But I think the real life value, I'll get it from ATD Houston, which is, what's going on in the community. You get to know your members. You get to meet face-to-face the people that are actually applying everything you read. You'll probably meet your new boss, your next boss, or you can meet, people who are going to come and work for you on your next team, or people that you can consult with. If you want to, develop your business, people that offer training and services, that's where you can meet your new, your next client. So it's more like the real world. That's the way I would put it. Debbie, do you want to add something up to here?
Sorry, I'm just trying to unmute myself. For some reason, the system seems a little bit slow. Yeah, so I'm the same way. I love the local chapter for just being able to network with folks and talk to my peers face to face. But I do like working with ATD. There's the international conference is coming up next week, and I'm attending and presenting at the conference. So I think both options are great, and they offer a lot of flexibility and great information for both personal and professional development.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so another big benefit, I think, is that the fact that, as I mentioned, it is volunteer-run, the organization, so that gives everyone an opportunity to put something in. So you can actually make a difference. You can develop new skills. You can develop yourself while participating in the chapter. Anywhere from, guest speaking to meeting with guest speakers to, probably you can lead a committee and develop your leadership experience. You can volunteer. You can, myself, I like the fact that I understand how volunteer organizations run. And that's something, it gives me a lot of value as well that I can apply in other areas. So once you start, volunteering, you can start growing and then become even a member of the board. As for the programs and the events, so the biggest one I'll say is the monthly meeting. It happens the second Tuesday of the month. There is a small charge, but dinner is provided. There is, you can network at the beginning, you can network at the end. It's always a learning event. Someone will come, will present. There's different topics. And I think I'll say that myself, that's where I get, that's the one I like the most. It's probably the biggest one. And I choose always, the ones that I can learn something, and I'll try to be there and meet with everyone there. So that's I'll say the biggest meeting. The next one. Okay, there you go. The next biggest event are the CTNs, and those happen throughout Houston. They're happening for it's the Woodlands, the Downtown, Southeast, and the Galleria CTNs. They usually meet at lunchtime, and they're offered to members and non-members. Everyone gets their lunch. Usually, someone presents. I've personally never been to a CTN because it's pretty packed at lunchtime, but I've heard like amazing things about it, and especially you usually have like regular people that you know who's going, and you can actually, we'll talk about it later, but you can actually go into the website and you'll see who's registered for CTN and who you will be able to meet.
Hey Anna?
Yeah.
The CTNs are meeting all next week, and I just wonder if anybody from our audience has attended a CTN meeting. If you have, raise your hand. Let us know. So Rick has attended a CTN meeting. Victoria has attended. So again, if you haven't attended one, they're all happening next week, and they're all free. So this might be your chance to go and attend one and find out more about what ATD Houston is all about.
Awesome. Thank you, Debbie. Okay. Then another of the events is that usually ATD tries to have at least a couple of certificates a year. This year it's going to be a training certificate that's going to happen in August, and a learning certificate, a designing learning certificate that's going to happen in November. If you want to go to the next slide, Debbie. There you go. Okay. And the Adapt Captivate that you were just talking about as well. So, we try to have additional workshops, and they usually are planned as the year goes by, and you can see the different events or the different certificates on the website. You'll have like a login and a password, and then you can go and see them. And the mentoring program, which I think it's been a year since it was first launched, and this is only open to members, and you can be either a mentor, a mentee, or you can be both. Okay, and that's like really making it personal, just like taking the career development and the growth to a more personal level, so you can, let's say, like just polish your development on what you really want. I think there is a committee, correct, Debbie, that just matches people, and you apply?
Yeah, so the program I think has already started. There's going to be mentors matched up with mentees, and I think that program is starting later this month. But another group that we've got that's starting, that they've got their first meeting later this month, is also the CPLP group. And I think there's still some openings for that group as well. If you want to study for your Certificate of Learning Professionals, there's an opportunity to do that as well.
Yes. So, and well, if you go to the website, on the next slide, you'll go to the website, you'll see all the upcoming events, and from
Hannah,
the last
do you want me to go to the website to show this?
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Okay.
And that way we can see, the upcoming events as well.
Yeah, the website has changed too, so it's a little bit different from that slide. And it seems like it's taking a little bit of time to transition. Over to the website.
Okay.
There we go.
Perfect. I think probably if we reduce it a little bit in size, it'll be perfect. If we just a little bit more. There you go. Awesome. Okay. So, well, you can see the upcoming events. If you click directly on the events, you can see all the information. There are the CPNs that Debbie was talking about. So you got the different topics for there you go, for all the different sessions that are going to be happening, and you can access the event either from the side menu, or I think it's still on the top the other way to access it. I personally like the calendar view because I can just like see it and then see my calendar and see what I can make it do. So when you click on an event, I don't know if we'll be able to click on, thank you. So when you click on the event, you can actually see, you know, when it is, where it's going to be, a little description of the event. You can see who's going to the event as well. And you can register directly from there.
Yeah, and I'll just mention that, you know, it's nice to see who's going because, you know, like if you click on somebody's name, if you are a member, it's going to show you all the details about that member. So you might be able to call that person or email them and say, hey, I'm going to be at this meeting. I'd love to meet up with you and talk. So it gives you a chance to really connect with folks and to see who's going to be there. So here on the list, if the name is linked, that's a member. If it's not linked, those are non-members that are attending, but you can still see who's coming to the meeting. So it gives you a chance to know who you're going to be able to network with, as well as be able to see what's on the program.
Yep. Okay. And then, could we go to the calendar view?
Yes.
So this is like the overview of the events that will be happening in the month. And then if you click on each event, then again, it will take you directly to the event.
And you can also add it to your calendar by just clicking on the link up here at the top where it says add to my calendar. It'll put it in Outlook, or if you're on a Mac, it'll put it on your Mac, which is kind of cool too.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So that's the website. I don't know if there's something else that should revise. I'll say that. And we'll also.
Hey, Anna,
yeah.
John Bradford has his hand up. I'm going to unmute him because I think he has a question.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes,
John,
thank
go
you.
ahead.
Yes, she had brought up a certification or something to that effect in November, and I was looking at the calendar and can't find any information on it.
We're going to be posting that here pretty soon. We just got our location clarified, so we'll get that out there on the calendar probably within the next week or so.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and all the information about memberships also you can find it on the website. Like you can become, if any of you are not a member yet, then you can go to the membership part and you'll find the specifics about the membership. And I think that's it from the website, I think. Oh, there you go. Thanks. Okay, so those are the different type of membership. Oh, thanks, Debbie. I think my screen is a little bit slow and changing, so that's sorry if the display and the audio are. Okay, so what's the big thing about making the chapter successful? I think that first of all, attending to the events, connecting with the people, connecting with the community, that's what makes it engaging. Just knowing what other people are doing and what other companies are doing as well. We try to have topics, of all ranges, and just so we can cover the most that we can. And then the next step, I will say also, is just to get engaged, to contribute what, things that you want to learn or things that you think you can contribute to the chapter. We invite you all to be active, be a volunteer. There's different committees. There's actually a volunteering committee, that will help people get what, your talent and the positions within ATD and make a good match. And lead the chapter, just be part of the committee. So if you want to volunteer with something as simple as like registration, or if you want to have something, a bigger role with an ATD, I think everything is possible. I think, there's so many ways that people can contribute that you're welcome to do it. And you want to go to the next slide? And there is a big conversation as well happening on the Facebook group, and linking Twitter. You can follow ATD on all those. I've always seen people posting whether there's articles or questions or comments. So just connect with the community as well. And the last part will be, I think what we repeated is the volunteering opportunities again. So just getting involved with the chapter.
Hey, Anna, I know Victoria is on the line. I wonder if she'd like to say something about volunteer opportunities.
Awesome.
Victoria, I'm going to unmute you.
Are you all able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Give me just a second. I didn't want to, I'm at work and didn't want to disturb anyone else. We are actually, if you all look right on that picture right there I am in the yellow in the yellow sweater. I didn't know that was there. But my name is Victoria Cummings. I'm over the membership committee. I'm the VP of membership. And what I want to say to you all is I've worked on several different committees in ATD, and I think it's one of the best ways for you to get involved in the chapter and to get to meet people more intimately. Meeting them once a month is great, or twice a month is great, but you're going to get different groups of people. But if you are able to volunteer, you're able to have more sustaining long-term relationships with people at different levels of their career. That's what I've found most valuable so far. And I actually have some openings on my committee, which is membership. Anna's doing a fantastic job. Anna, we haven't talked yet, but we're going to talk soon. We've got several people on our membership committee, but we could use additional people on ours. But all of the committees, I believe, probably could use additional people.
Yeah, Victoria, this is Debbie. I'll just say I'm on the Marketing and Communications Committee, and just for example, at our last event, we had somebody who was taking pictures, and we posted those pictures out on Facebook, and we also have them on the homepage of our website. And then another person started an after the meeting conversation on LinkedIn to carry on some of the things that we learned at our meeting. And then we had some folks that were tweeting about the meeting and about information out on Twitter. So with marketing communications, we can always use help. We need people to spread the word and let folks know about what's going on. And if they can't attend an event, we want to try to make them welcome and let them know what's going on by talking about it during the meeting and after the meeting on social media. So if that's something you're interested in, if you've never done any kind of social media tweeting or conversations, this is a good way for you to get that experience. And that's one thing I'll say about volunteer programs is you get the chance to try other things than you normally would do. And if you aren't in a leadership position and you'd like to be, this is a great way for you to test the waters and try things out. And sometimes you can be surprised. Our current president, David Bell, started with us a few years ago as a volunteer and then joined the board and then is president this year. And he directly attributed some promotions that he got at work to his leadership experience through ATD Houston.
Right. Okay, thank you, Debbie. I think I've also gotten a lot of, through volunteering here. One of the things I do is I always try to volunteer some stuff I usually don't do at work. So just a different way to grow. Also about speakers, if you would like to be a speaker, or if you know someone that the chapter would benefit to having as a speaker, we're always looking, to get new speakers. We're seeking for proposals. You can actually submit a proposal. You can start, for example, doing like a CPN and then go from there. So please feel free.
Yeah, Anna, we actually have we've got a request for proposal out right now for our fall conference. So if you'd like to speak at our fall conference, please apply. The registration is going to be open for about another month, and then we'll be picking the speakers for the fall conference.
Perfect. Okay. And also, you could, if you and your company would like to be a sponsor, that's, you're more than welcome. We cater the flexible benefits to the sponsorships, whatever your company needs. So we can also talk about that. There's different advantages from advertising, direct mail, campaigns, presentations, networking opportunities, free ATD chapter memberships, and so on. So even if you have a team of people, that work together with you, this is something that maybe your company would be interested on. And well, what would the next steps be? Of course, we'll go online, update your profile. You can explore the website, attend to an event, start networking, volunteering, just become an active member. So I don't know if there are any questions, comments.
I'm going to unmute everybody so they can get it. If they'd like to ask or anything, do that. All right, everybody's unmuted.
Hi, Debbie and Anna. This is Victoria. Are you able to hear me? Anna, are you able to hear me?
Victoria, you're coming in garbled.
Okay, well, never mind. That's okay.
Anybody else? We just want to answer your questions. You're on the call. Is there anything we can tell you about the chapter or provide any information for you?
Okay. Well, Hopefully this is a good sign. We had all the information.
Sorry, Anna.
Don't worry, Debbie. Okay. Well, I mean, I think there's not much left. Everyone, welcome and welcome to the chapter. And if you're a member, we invite you to become a member. And I think that's it. Thank you so much.
We look forward to seeing you at our next event.
Yes, hopefully we'll see you all.
All right. Stopping the